Yeah, I think anytime, we're with this team and then we're in, the Northeast, it's going to feel like that, and rightfully so. And it's fun. It's exciting. It's great to see familiar faces. It's great to be around familiar faces every day, and it just makes it even more fun and more enjoyable.
How about playing here in Bridgeport? I mean, the fact that it's like another home court for you.
Yeah, yeah. The coolest thing I think about this entire tour is, we just came from Delaware, where obviously because of Elena, there was a huge crowd, and you really felt like the home team,
Yep.
And I know we're going to have that same reception, same turnout in Bridgeport, and then I expect the same in New York as well. So it's really, three great places to kind of feel like the U.S. is behind you, and to be from one of them, well, actually two of them.
Yes.
I went to school in Connecticut. Obviously, I'm from New York, so to have those two places be our last two stops for me is super special. Yeah, I mean, I hope they enjoy it. I hope they get a chance to see Stewie again. Someone who they have just recently had to say goodbye to, and then some of the other older ones who they haven't seen in, for me, gosh, 14 years. So I think it's great that we have a chance to play in Bridgeport. I think it's great that there's a lot of UConn players on this team, and deservedly so.
Yeah, I mean, Jamel's joined us. I hadn't seen her in a while. Obviously, Coach Auriemma. So when we get together, the old stories always come out, and it's fun. It's fun to reminisce, and it'll be fun to see a lot of UConn fans tomorrow that I haven't seen in a while.
Yeah, it is nice to be able to play in Bridgeport.
Yeah, it's huge. I remember one of my last games as a senior, we played, I want to say Auburn there, and the fans were crazy. They get after it, and that's a lot of fun.
We definitely do. We have a lot of UConn connections, but it's funny because I've never played with any of them at UConn. I played with Sue with the Storm and that kind of thing. And, it's cool to learn from them and just to see what they've done at UConn and now what they're continuing to do. I think it's really cool. I think that the fact that we have so many former UConn players on the roster, on the staff, on the support staff, and obviously Coach, the head of it all. It's fun to kind of bring things back to that, but with that being said, our focus is USA, not UConn.
Well, obviously from a time crunch kind of thing where we don't have the luxury of time like the other teams have had. So we're cramming everything in, and both things. Having 5 of my former players helps, even though other than Stewie, they're kind of removed from UConn, and they've added a lot of layers to who they are, and so they're not the same. Stewie's the same to a certain extent, but having 9 players from the Olympic team, that's a source of, I think, confidence for our coaching staff that at crunch time, I think they'll have a pretty good idea of what needs to be done because they've done it.
Yeah, it's going to be really, really sweet, really cool just to have that fan base that supported us from day one, especially us UConn alum, to play back in Bridgeport. Had a couple NCAA games there, exhibition games with USA there. And then to playing at MSG for me is always it's always a beautiful opportunity, so I'm looking forward to both. Yeah, you can say you have a certain kind of swagger, more so just where you're rooted from, especially playing for him, just the confidence he breathed in all of us, in order for us to be the player that we wanted to be, and just buying into his formula of success. So to be playing for him on this stage, it's pretty special.
When you're all running around together, though, you're all kind of it's a generational thing, isn't it? With
Yeah. When you look at it like that, yeah, it is. When it's Maya, myself, and Sue and Dee, and then throwing Stewie, yeah, it definitely is. And I'm sure for you guys, it's pretty sweet, and I'm sure you guys get taken back. But for us, we're just out there doing what we love.
Just another game, right?
Yeah.
But it isn't just another game coming up, is it?
Yeah. We're looking forward to playing against Canada. They play really well. They played Australia really well. We know that even though they're small, they're really scrappy. They're going to play with a lot of heart and a lot of pride and represent their country well.
I definitely have a lot of respect for the coaching staff that we have here, knowing that they are former Huskies, and just knowing that we can go to them with questions and they can just help us through anything that we have, and just the competitiveness, the energy. It's really cool to have that tradition around.
Is there a sense of pride with all of the former Huskies, whether they're coaches or players, on this team representing the best in the world?
Well, I think I'm proud just because of their success and their continued success. Just because you're a UConn alum doesn't necessarily mean you were qualified to be in this position, but the coaches and the players who are on the team have continued their success and continued their work ethic in successful ways so that they are qualified to be in this position.
But it's not a coincidence. There's a reason why there's so many former UConn players here, right? It's the work ethic that maybe has been instilled and the ability to keep going after school.
Oh, definitely. Having the preparation and the training and the environment in stores that we have is definitely a huge reason of why so many of us are here, to have that time for those 4 years to be able to just sharpen those skills, sharpen that competitiveness, that work ethic, that preparation, under Coach Auriemma and our assistant coaches is definitely one of the reasons that we've been able to be successful at the next level.
Kind of